And they're still using that bubble and feather technique.
It's always been around and it's still the same.
She also does custom rod wrapping. She's been rod wrapping forever. I've got several of her rods. Here's $2 worth of beads, and we'll get 4 bubbles. So, variety of used rods as well. Guys that have decided they may want to use, and you can pick up some really cool wrapped rods.
Yeah, we'll have them set up from A to Z. You know, we show them all this and that.
Yeah, stay in business to support all of us. Like I said, whether it's commercial and whether it's private fishing or for the simple little boys that want to go fish, even a place called Alondra Park. And that's where I started fishing. Maybe one day I'll take you there.
Some fish are legendary, some are sacred, and some will test everything you've got. Across North America, indigenous tribes have fished these waters for centuries, carving traditions, ceremonies, and survival from every catch. Now, we travel deep into their ancestral homelands to uncover stories behind the fish that shape their cultures, and catch some absolute giants along the way. From the raging rivers of the Pacific Northwest to the untouched lakes of the Great Plains, we're hooking into monsters that fed generations and diving headfirst into the traditions that keep them alive today. I'm Robert Jacobo, and this is IndigeFish, Tribal Tales. Are you ready to chase something big?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of IndigeFish. Today, we are actually here at Fisherman Supplies here on Redondo Beach Boulevard, and we are going to be going in here and talking to a local legend. Her name is T, and she's been here for years. She's been rod wrapping for multiple guys, really involved in the commercial fishing industry, but her shop is full of gear, full of a plethora of gear that you won't find in a lot of different bait shops. But guys, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna check out some stuff. So I've been also told about this bubble hole that's there in Redondo Beach there in King Harbor. And it used to be the poppin' spot. And what they used to do is they used to go there with bubble and feather. Now it's an old school piece of gear, and we're gonna look at it kind of old school versus new school, not in a bad way or anything, but to see how that old school method with that bubble and feather was able to catch so many different fish, so many bonita that are right there in King Harbor. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and go in there. And today we're actually joined by a local legend himself. And on top of that, my father-in-law is Bob Gerber, and he's gonna actually show us and kind of teach us what it took to kind of use that bubble and feather and give us the expertise on that. So anyways, guys, let's jump in here and let's join T and let's get on that bubble and feather and see what it's all about.
What's up, T?
Hi, how are you?
This is Rob.
Hi,
met
T.
Rob before. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, but he didn't know our connection. That you
Oh.
knew me for all these years.
You know this guy?
I know this
I've
guy.
known him
years
like
it-
35 years. Well,
How
as
many
long
years
as
has
I've
it
been
been?
in business, 32 years. That's how long I've known.
No, I know you before that.
Oh yeah, Janet's a 37 year.
Come on.
That's crazy.
What?
Hey, how you doing, guys? My name is Bob Gerber. I'm actually the future father-in-law of Rob, and this is his program. And we came over here to Fisherman Supply, and I'd like to introduce everybody to T. She's been around for about 40 years in the industry. She started in the commercial fishing business called Janice, and then she started her company about 32, 34 years ago. And this is her shop, and I'm gonna bring some old school techniques to all the new technologies that's out there and what people use to catch fish, and we call that the bubble and feather. I'm sure many of you might have heard of it, but we're gonna buy that equipment here from T and be able to show you how literally thousands of bonita have been caught over the years at Redondo Beach Harbor and elsewhere using a bubble and feather. So anyway, this is T.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hello.
And how long have you had the shop now?
Gosh, I think this is going on 33 years now. Yeah.
And T also does custom rod wrapping. She's been rod wrapping forever. I've got several of her rods that she's wrapped for me over the years. And we're going to walk through her shop, and then we'll have her help us get the tackle we need to set up the bonita bubble and feather rigs to try to give it a shot at Redondo Beach, like back in the old days. And here we go. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah, we want to
Here's a casting bubble, dear.
casting bubbles.
There's two bonitas out there right now. There's a bubble. Here's all the feathers. But you can buy the feathers already made like that, or
Yeah, there
a
we
lot
go.
of the guys they tie their own flies, and I have all the supplies for it too.
Okay.
Yeah, see, these are all the different feathers, and you guys actually sits there and tie all the flies. I have a lot of old timers that does this.
So, as far as the bubble and feather and stuff, like, do you see a lot of guys still using it, or
Oh yes,
what have they?
it's been around forever, and
Yeah.
guys are still using them. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the old clear bobbles with feathers. And these are the more really nice, a lot better feathers. And guys custom tie them. They mix the colors up. And the extra mylar does really work. You know. And I have all the supplies for you to tie them up and make them too. Or you can just buy them already made.
So,
Like
as
Bob,
far
he's
as
been fishing this thing for like 40, 50 years.
yeah,
And Redondo, yeah. That's a spot that all the guys fish, and
So-
they all use the same techniques and stuff.
he was telling me more about the bubble hole.
Bubba holes where
Yeah.
all the guys use, all the commercial guys fish that area. I'm sure that's what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And so since that bubble hole, since they kind of like shut down the plant over there at Southern California Edison, where have you seen a lot of guys catching bonita kind of from the shore or from the, not from the shore, but from the rocks and stuff?
You know, the rocks on the piers. A lot of guys go to Catalina. You know, they take, what's that, the Catalina Express?
Yeah.
A lot of the older guys, they still do go to Catalina and fish those bigger bonitas.
Okay.
You know, it's a very popular thing that guys do.
And they're still using that bubble and feather technique.
It's always been around and it's still the same.
So what would you say is better? Would you say a bubble and feather or like the top water, like the poppers and stuff?
I think the feather is still.
The feather's still
one-
rocking it?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
See, Bob, it's still working a
Here's a
little.
big selection. Yeah, it's
still working.
It's still the same. All the old timers, the same way. Same.
Calling us old?
No, it's not that. It's the
Oh,
same
no.
techniques. All
Yeah.
these, you see all this new stuff, but
Yeah, so these are all the
Bonita's
different
all the
feathers.
feathers and stuff.
So like these.
Yeah, exactly. We'll pick some of those up and then we'll show you.
Nice.
Yeah.
And actually, for $3.50, that's not bad at all. Because I mean, you're picking up a top water popper,
Yeah.
right, for like at least $9 or something like that.
How much are
The
the
bubbles.
actual bubbles?
The bubble, $1.25.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
for less than $5,
Yeah.
I mean $5 with tax, right?
And some
You're-
free water.
and some free water that goes in
yeah.
the bubble. And on top of that too, because of the fact that you have your bubble, and then you have the line coming through the bubble, like you mentioned before, it's free, right, to move along that line, so you're not fighting the fish with it. And on top of that, free water. You can put different color waters in there if you want to. On top of that too, if you wanted to switch that out with a different color, you can. Whereas if you have it with just a random topwater popper or something like that, then you're stuck with that color and you have to switch out the different lure or whatnot, and that's a whole different expense. Whereas here, I just got to switch out the feathers, which is a relatively lower expense than if I'm going with the already made poppers. So that's something to keep in mind too, especially if you're an angler that's just starting out. So
What we're going to do is we're going to get some bobbers, and I'll kind of show you how these work quickly. Makes it easy. So what happens is it's a sliding opening, and what this allows you, it allows you to fill the water up. The water will fill into the bubble. You fill it about halfway, and then you can close it off. Excuse me, my mic. There's a hole there. So now it's sealed. So now the water won't leave it. It stays in there, and you go about half full because you want it buoyant. So this will hit the water with the feather, but this will stay buoyant. It's not going to sink because it's only about half full. Your leader line and your line to your reel goes through the plug, so it's hollow in the center, and it feeds in and out of there. And then what we'll do is I'll show you, we're going to get a swivel that then controls the bubble to keep it away from the leader. But this way, as you're fighting the fish, the line easily has free flow through the center, so the fish doesn't feel the weight or is pulling on the bobber itself as it's fighting.
Especially the buoyancy.
Exactly. So it gives it its ability where it's not going to affect the fish or cause more pressure on that fish as you're fighting them. Until you bring it to the swivel, and now you're actually bringing the fish in, positively bringing the fish into to the shoreline. So anyway, we'll pick up the things. We need some swivels, some feathers, some beads. There's different color beads you can use that guys use, and it's just preference what they like. And I always used the red beads growing up. I always thought it was good, a little reflection. And like Rob was saying, you can actually fill this up with dyed water. You could have half the bubble full with red water, green water, maybe because you think it's going to attract the fish better. And what this bubble is going to represent, it's pretty simple. Tomorrow we're going to go and show you how it actually works and actually do the fishing. But it creates a splash. Just like you said, a surface plug will do it as well. It creates a splash, which attracts the fish, a boil. As the fish are boiling on bait, naturally they're splashing in the water. So they hear those noises, and it attracts other fish to where they're at. And, you've seen that in schools of bait fish and things and birds working it. But that's what this represents. And what's trailing is the bait behind it, which is the feather that now the bonita thinks it's prey because there's commotion within the water. But we'll put it all together and we'll show you tomorrow. So we're going to pick up some beads. We'll get some red ones because that's my old school of doing things. And, sorry. Here's $2 worth of beads. And we'll get 4 bubbles. So we'll put these on the counter. And then we need some barrel swivels. And we'll pick some feathers.
Oh, the swivel is right back there, dear, but I have some
Yeah.
open here.
That's okay.
Outside here.
So let's go back and let's pick us some feathers. Different colors. We can go with red and white. There's yellow and green. So these are your bonita feathers. And they're long shank hooks, allowing you to tie the feather on. The feather trails behind it. And that's how you're going to fish them. And we'll show you tomorrow. You use about a 4-foot, some guys use a 5-foot leader from the bubble to the actual feather. It's just on your preference, what some guys like, what they don't like. Red and white's a good color as well. That's very attractive to bonita. And we'll go with these yellow and red. So that's a combination. So we have white and red, yellow and green. And we'll try these colors. That's what's available, and that's what we're going to use. So let's put those. T's going to help us out getting this all done. So now we're going to find the barrel swivels. She said they were back over here. So yeah, you got some there?
I have some open. You want the one that I have open in the box, or?
Yeah, let's just do that. We'll just grab a handful from you.
Oh, we have these. You don't need anything too big for bonita. This is fine.
What
They're
is this
small,
size?
but these things are rated up to about. These are the bigger ones. These
let's-
are about 80 pounds. These
Yeah.
are about 40 pounds.
I just don't want it to go through. Well, we'll have a bead on there, but let's go
Yeah, you
with
have
the.
the beads.
Yeah, I'm used to this size. I'm not so much worried about the poundage, but it's just a good solid break from the bubble to the leader. So we'll go with these. These will work just fine. And so there's kind of our setup. We have our swivel, we have our beads, we have our bubbles, and we have our feathers. And we're good to go to catch bonita now and fish right off the rock. And that's really it. That's your setup. And of course you want extra in case you lose a fish or you breaks your line, what have you. But we'll set these up for tomorrow. We'll show you how to do that tomorrow, and we'll be good to go. The rest of the shop, talk about T's shop to add to it. She has used reels. If you're looking for old school type reels or you're looking for used reels, you can pick up from her. Spinners, conventionals, old classic Fluger reels, and level ones. If you like to collect more of the antique type fishing gear, she has ability has that in her shop, which is fun for collecting. She has a variety of used rods as well. guys that have decided they didn't may want to use, and you can pick up some really cool wrapped rods. And then, of course, she does her rod wrapping. Kind of hard to see. We'll go through all her tackle, but this is her rod wrapping. And
This is my hidden.
yeah, she spends a lot of. This is her office.
Yeah, this is what I do all day.
Yeah.
I have rolling chairs here. I sit here all day.
Yeah.
Slides up and down.
Do you have a rod you just finished that you can kind of show us? Just kind of bring it out here and show us what you've done.
Well, these are all the ones that I'm working on.
The current ones.
Like these are new. And this is well, this one rod here is here for repairs. This rod is built about 22 years ago. Back in for repair. You notice he broke an eye here.
Yeah. So she can do repair work for you if you have early rods that you really want to use, but it needs a new guide put on or tips or what have you. She can do all that work for you.
That's what I do
And-
all day.
And custom rods.
And build new ones.
Nice.
Like,
So guys will bring in blanks and
yeah, on the custom rods,
yeah.
you know, they come in, they tell me what they want, where they want to fish, and I'll suggest a rod that they want, and I
Right.
custom build like I built for Bob 30-something years ago.
You still got those poles.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And they'll fix colors, they'll mix the colors they want, and we'll custom fit the handles and the guys that they want.
Right.
And this is what a custom rod look like. You know.
And if anything, it allows it to stand really the test of time, especially getting a custom rod.
These are good quality rods, you know. They last forever.
It's like you said, you had one that's like 30 plus years old.
Oh, yeah. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
of course.
And then you get broken rods that, you know, eyes break or things goes wrong. I fix them all up too.
Okay.
Her repairing.
I
That's
do all
pretty
the
cool.
repairs. And I do a lot of custom stuff that other stores, like I do a lot of custom wrap pliers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I
That's
do
cool.
custom make all the nets for all the boats. Like these is stuff that other stores don't do. I custom make
Right.
all the mono or nylon nets that go on the big braille scoops.
Okay.
And then I custom make all the gaffs. That's what we do here. A lot of other shops don't do. It's old school stuff. Nobody
Right.
wants to deal with this stuff.
Custom
but
making those gaps.
yeah, I make all the gaffs, all those scoops. I do all that here. And
So this is the net you were talking about, T?
yes. They're started from an actual fishing line, and they get made into scoops like this, big scoop. Yeah.
Use that
so,
scoop over there.
these stretch out to about 36 inches, and guys use it to catch squid. And past 3-4 years, guys are using it to catch flying fish. Using mono, it goes through the water. You know, for the squid, it goes through the water much smoother and faster versus nylon.
Nylon.
There's more resistant with the nylon. So we custom make all this. And I make all the bait scoop for the sport fishing boats.
Wow,
You
that's
know.
pretty cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Especially because it, like you said, it starts out as one piece of line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long
You-
does it
you
usually
see-
take you?
Oh, you know, something like this. This is a standard size we make that will fit a 36. But if guys want a size that's like a little bigger and stuff, it will take about 3 or 4 days to actually make a net. If you're
Wow.
just sitting there and doing it.
That's pretty fast, actually.
Yeah, but nobody else does things like this except for us.
Right.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do this. And then I make all the bait scoops here. You see all these little stainless steel bait scoops that the boat uses?
Yeah.
We do all that. You see the bundle of net? I custom make them. You know, they use them and they get torn up and I replace them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How often do they get pretty torn up and you
Oh,
replace
you
them?
know, boats are out there every day. They
Yeah.
get torn up and
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
and they
a
come
good-
to us.
a
And,
good
like
business
I'll
to be
show
in
you.
as far as the commercial industry.
Well, it's something, but nobody else does.
Right.
I don't think they know anyone wants to do that. But this is what we do here. This is a scoop that they actually use, and then after a while they have to replace the net and stuff. That's where I do all the custom nets.
Wow.
Different sizes.
It's different. Yeah.
So how long have you been here again, T?
Go on 32, going on 33 years.
Wow. That's
Been
pretty cool.
open since 1990.
It was so funny because I remember that I came in here because Mike from Mike Page had told me about.
Oh,
your
yeah,
shop.
yeah.
And then when I was talking to Bob, he's like, "I know T. I've known T for years."
Yes.
He's like, "I know T so well, like family wise."
Oh, you
And,
know,
yeah.
Bob is funny. You know, when I first opened up 30-something years ago, Bob used to own Gerber's ambulance,
That's
the
right.
little blue truck at Torrance or Redondo.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll come in, I'll support you. I'll support my little business.
It's awesome.
I watched
Yeah.
her, I
I
watched
was-
her have
my-
kids,
all my
her
kids
babies,
grew.
and she's raised her family here.
Yeah.
She's put them through college. You know,
Yeah.
the American dream.
I raised 3 kids in my taco shop. It's
That's
pretty
right.
funny. This back area of my store used to be my kids' room. I raised all 3 kids, and now my youngest just finished his master's degree at Columbia University.
Yeah.
So I'm done.
Yeah. She's finished. Thank you. But yeah, she
You
raised.
can't
her-
go anywhere though, T.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
fishing-
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not retiring.
Yeah,
I
but
love,
think
I
about
love this
that.
business. I
Yeah.
love this business.
She does. Yeah, and she's
Yeah,
good at it.
I love this
She knows what she's
business.
doing.
Yeah.
But you know, she raised her family
Yeah.
here, and they all went to college, and they're successful.
Yeah.
And she's a grandmother as well, and so pretty special. You know.
Yeah.
To,
And I know
to
each and
watch
every one of
success.
my customers.
Yeah.
Some I've had
Right.
forever.
I mean, even when I came in, I've only been in here once, and you're like, "Yeah, I met Rob."
yeah,
It's like,
yeah, I
wow.
know each and every one.
Yeah.
Everybody's locals, and we have customers from all over, but everyone comes in as family. We know everybody.
That's the best part about it, especially in the fishing community. Everybody's family. Like,
Yeah,
it seems
yeah.
Like it's
Especially you come to us. You can go to Turner's and Big Five, but
Yeah.
it's not the same.
no one's gonna know you. No one's gonna know you. No one's gonna know the gear. I've been to those guys where
Yeah.
it's like, "Hey, what can I use for fishing this or fishing that?" And they're like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think important too. T keeps up on what the current fishing conditions are.
Right.
And she's a good reference for that. You know, if all of a sudden, if you want to go to San Diego, maybe on a day and a half or a 3-day, or even just fish, what's currently biting? Where are they biting?
Yeah, we
What
keep
are
up
they
with that.
biting? She stays up on all that.
Because
So
we know
she's,
pretty much all the skippers
yeah,
from
she
all
knows
the
all the boat
landings.
captains.
So
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, great
we all
resource
grow
to
old
have.
together.
Yeah, we are.
A lot of these captains are going,
Yeah.
wow. When we meet, I go, oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're in our 60s and 70s.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I'm glad that if anything,
Oh, yeah.
your shop is here. You have all of this stuff, both new and used stuff.
Yeah,
On top of
yeah.
that, too, you're knowledgeable about everything that you're selling, knowledgeable about the conditions and everything that are going on. And I mean, it just it makes it better for guys like myself to where when we're just starting out,
yeah.
you know, even though we've gone fishing like with our dad or something like that, we have somebody to go to that is knowledgeable, that's going to be able to tell us, you know, this is the fishing conditions that
yeah,
are going on right now, or even like, hey, here's some of the tactics like the bubble and feather, like Bob was telling me. He's like, this is something that we've been using for years,
Yeah.
you know, and it's worked.
Yeah,
There's
for
no
anyone
reason to
who's
change it.
new, they come here and we'll have them set up from A to Z. You know, we show them all this and that.
Yeah.
You know, beats going to the big chain store. They don't do all that for you.
Right.
Here, we put on the line, we tie their knots. And if they need anything else, even though they buy stuff online or Amazon,
Yeah.
it gets broken or they don't know how to rig it, we do that for them too.
Right. And that's what really
Sometimes
makes
too
the
many a
difference.
day.
That's right.
That's what really makes the
Yeah.
difference, to be honest. And so,
Yeah.
if
This is
anything,
right up there.
like T, thank you so much for walking us through your shop. I'm so glad. And as far as, you know, where they can find you, like, I know that you were telling me before, not too much of like an online presence, right? A lot of it is like local.
Yeah, I'm kind of computer illiterate.
You wrap rods.
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Like, no,
yeah.
there's-
Fisherwoman.
Yeah, so I'm not on the internet a lot,
Yeah.
which a lot of people tell me I'm kind of behind on time because I sit down and wrap rods and work behind the counter all day. But I'm on Redondo Beach Boulevard at 4125 Redondo Beach,
Okay.
right next to the Redondo Beach Galleria.
Perfect.
No, I think what
I
makes
like
a
it.
successful business is all the loyal, you
Yeah.
know, customer that supported us all this year. You know, like your future father-in-law. He's
Yeah.
been with me for, oh my Lord,
Yeah.
forever.
Forever. I think it was nice too. T offers the commercial side, which is very important for all the people, the guys and gals that are doing commercial fishing out here. They can come here for the resources for that. And then your everyday fisherman, I want to go fish on the pier. What do I need? I need some tackle. I need gear. And from the people fishing on the surf, people fishing on the piers, the rocks, on the half day boat, all day boats, multi trip boats, going to Cedros Island on a fishing trip and having the right gear and the things available is that T has that knowledge and of course you can see her stock and if she doesn't have it she'll order it for you.
And we get it fast.
Yeah, and she gets quick
And she
and
knows how to
shows
order
nice.
it.
Yeah, she knows how to order
Right.
it. So it's very
Yeah.
it's it's so nice to have a shop like this in the community. Broad, they can come from Orange County and come here, and I'm sure they have to find local knowledge so you can become a successful fisherman. And that's what we all want. We want to have fun out there and catch some nice fish and love the outdoors doing it. So and T provides that for us. So it's so nice that there's shops like this that are still here
Yes,
and
very
that
few.
and can do enough business and stay in business to support all of us. Like I said, whether it's commercial and whether it's private fishing or for the simple little boys that want to go fish, even a place called Alondra Park. And that's where I started fishing. Maybe one day I'll take you there.
Nice.
Because
Or
that's
your
where it all
kids.
started. You actually have a little, call it a miniature lake that you could actually fish, and here in the middle of the city. And that's
Yeah,
how my
it's
fishing
actually a
career
decent
started.
little lake.
Was Alondra
They
Park.
stock it twice a month.
Yeah,
It's a good
they
little
stock
lake.
it, and from there you move on to the ocean and start catching those things and fishing off the piers, and that's how I started. The short pier in Redondo Beach as a little boy, dropped off and catch perch, and from perch you move to catching bonita now, mackerel. You graduate into your experiences, so it's very cool. So, and T's been here the whole time for people. So, yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much, T, for
you.
for being a part of the community. Honestly, it's been pretty awesome to come in here. Like I said, with Bob being my future father-in-law and being able to tell me how much you mean to the community and how much you've been here for the community, especially not only the community as a whole, but the fishing community, more centralized. It's pretty awesome. And I'm glad that I get to be part of the next generation, Bob, that gets to come into this shop and gets to meet with you and gets to get that knowledge passed down as I get to grow up and graduate from perch to bonito to tuna to all these different fish. So if anything, I just want to say thank you for being here.
But thank you. Thanks
Yes.
for coming.
All right, guys. And until next time, stay tuned. Take care.